Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 99, wear sunscreen.
And also respect your customers' privacy. And with that beautiful introduction from Baz Luhrmann, we are going to move on to our awesome new privacy module that we launched last week for Kulea.ma. Now, this is something that we've launched for all of our customers. It's not something that has to be paid extra for. It's not something that you get bundled on top of your subscription. We've included this in all subscription packages and all subscription prices because privacy is absolutely important, not just because of GDPR, I hear you say, but because we know in our hearts, truly, that a customer's data belongs to a customer. Yes, it's you we're looking at over there in the back of the class. Okay, so with Kulea, we have introduced our new privacy module, and we want to share the privacy love with you and walk you through exactly how that is used. First thing you'll see, if you jump into your CRM, over here, you now have an additional tab that says privacy. Very simple. I'm going to walk you through this, and then I'm going to show you what that means in terms of your customer's experience. So here we have a privacy page, and this allows you to customize what we're calling the kind of subject access request page. If a customer wants to see what data you hold on them, they can do so in a page that will give them a unique link to and that they can access. The privacy statement information will appear at that top of that page. So you might want to say what you're using for cookies. You will have, no doubt, privacy statements written for you, your site. You might want to include them in here. You might also wish to include privacy statements in your email footer text. Now, here at Kulea, we are relying on legitimate interest to communicate and send out our marketing communications. So in our emails, we say GDPR miss email. As a good GDPR compliant company, we would like to explain why you've received this email. And we insert that information in the footer of emails. You can turn this on or off. At the moment, now it's set to on. So it appears, switch it off, and it will no longer appear in your emails, but we do recommend putting something in there. This is very important, subject access request link. Now, this link will appear by default in all of your emails going out. If it's in a HTML email, it will be a small little link that says subject access request, and it will link through to a landing page. Or in the the plain text emails, it will appear as a longer link, but it will appear in all emails. If I just copy that link and I take you across to where it goes. Each one of these is unique to each client instance, each customer account, but it essentially takes you to the same page. It says request access to data, and the customer, the client, the candidate can enter their email address in there and request data. So we'll come back to that in a second. I'll leave it up there for now. And when they do access data, if they do delete the data, as is their wish, then we will notify, in this case, I will notify myself, but you can notify the data owner within your business. So you can go away and rummage for any filing cabinets behind the sofas in order to find any additional data held on that customer and delete that data. So what can a customer do from this page? Well, a customer can access their data. We've already mentioned that. They can edit their data. They can update their data. They can delete their data, as is their right. It is, after all, their data. And they can also export their data. And they export data as a CSV file. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk you through that customer experience. So I'm going to delete Ace Ventura over here. So I'm going to pretend to be Ace. I'm going to copy Ace's email. And let's pretend that Ace, I'm submitting a request. So I'm going to pop my email in there, and I'm going to click submit. Now, what that does is that sends across an email through to Ace's inbox. In this case, I've got a test inbox I'm going to demonstrate here. So let me just drag it into the screen. So this is my other account. So I'm loading up test at Kulea.ma. There you go. And you can see I've just received 452 a subject access request email. to ACE4. So it looks like this. Thank you for contacting us regarding access to the personal data that we store about you. You can access and edit this information by clicking the link below. For security reasons, this link will expire after 1 hour. If expired, you will need to submit another subject access request. Then I can access my data. So I'm going to click here to access my data. Move this one up here. There we go. So here we can see what a contact record for ACE4 Kulea.ma looks like. So we have the privacy statements that we talked about previously. Now, I'm very deliberately not going into detail about what those privacy statements contain, because at the end of the day, you should be consulting with your legal department or your lawyers to what is entailed in your privacy statement, because we are not a legal body and cannot advise on such. So for now, we've just said privacy statement, no they are limited. We use cookies to track your data. We've said that twice. But please put in appropriate statements for your own business. So Ace over here can see what CRM data is held on him within Kulea's database. Excellent. Good to see. There you go, and I just save that data. We can see what event data. There's not a lot of event data in here because Ace is a fictional character. In fact, all we've done is import his data. But here you would see a log, or Ace would see a log of any emails, any landing page visits, opens emails, clicks on emails. Pretty much every and any event that is captured by Kulea would then be shown as an event within this subject access request page. Ace can see what scores are associated with his record. Ace can see what tags are associated with his record. Ace can update his subscription data, save his subscription on and off. He can export his data. If I click on export, you see there we've just downloaded a CSV file of all his information. And more importantly, potentially, Ace can also be forgotten because he has the right to be forgotten in line with GDPR regulations. So what happens if Ace does choose to be deleted? Well, the first thing we do is we give Ace a link that he can copy and paste into any one of his browsers that sets a do not track cookie. What that means is Ace is no longer having events generated about him as he's navigating through the web. If he goes on and clicks remove all data, bye-bye, Ace. We have now forgotten Ace. If I go across to Kulea, whereas previously we had ACE4 over here, I'll just jump out and jump back into my records. We are now down to Snoop 3, so ACE4 has disappeared. But what if someone tries to add him again, I hear you say? Now, what if one of my very, very exuberant, overzealous, potentially salespeople accidentally want to import a record, import a spreadsheet, or maybe manually add Ace, or maybe you've got CRM who's been added back to your CRM by somebody, and the API is trying to push Ace's record back into Kulea. Well, you will be pleased to know that we have put in place preventative measures to ensure that that cannot happen. So I'm just going to give you an example. I'm just going to go into a manual add. I'm going to manually add Ace's email address. I'm going to try and create a record for Ace, and Kulea here said, I'm sorry, you can't do that. This user could not be added as they submitted a deletion request. We throw it back, I'm afraid. We keep an encrypted version of Ace's email address, and we match all new recipients to the database to make sure they do not meet that blacklist criteria. You will see, you probably won't see, but I'm going to drag it up to a screen as well, that in submitting my deletion request for Ace, I, as the account owner, have been notified of that deletion request. So I can take that email address. I can now run around searching down the backs of sofas, looking in filing cabinets for any additional information I hold on Ace that I will then shred. And then we recommend very strongly that you then delete that email. There we go. So that is how the GDPR solution works within Kulea. I hope you'll find that we've gone above and beyond any other marketing automation solution out there. The money we've saved on not producing a very glossy video, we have invested in development of our GDPR module. So you won't see any bells and whistles on the video, but you will see a lot of bells and whistles within Kulea, because that is the way it should be. Any questions at all, please do contact us at Kulea. Please speak to your key account handler or your customer success manager. and we will jump right on it, and we will look forward to hearing from you. But for now, thank you very much. It's been lovely speaking with you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Over and out.